The Confederate flag. It's a polarizing symbol. With America's dark lineage of slavery and oppression, this piece of colored fabric represents to many a disgraceful chapter of our country's history. There is much debate over the many facets of this flag that spark emotion and seemingly endless battle. Many believe this flag to be a symbol of hate, oppression, and white supremacy. Others believe this flag to be a symbol of rebel pride and a part of Southern heritage. Entering this argument, I understand that this heavily polarized and emotionally impactful discussion often does not lead to compromise. However, the issue of flying the Confederate flag in today's society should not be regarded as solely a racial issue, but rather a law issue brought forth by racial tension. In recognizing this, I claim that the Confederate flag should be allowed to fly in today's society. Much of the opposition to this position claim the flag to be a symbol of racism. However, the Confederate flag is not inherently racist. The flag itself was not even originally the official flag of the Confederacy. John Koski, the historian for the American Civil War Museum, clarifies the true historical lineage of this embattled banner by establishing these facts. The flag we are most familiar with today was actually a form of the Confederate battle flag, which was flown on ships during the Civil War. The original national Confederate flag was called the Stars and Bars, which resembled the Stars and Stripes. The similarity was causing quite confusion on the battlefield, leading the Confederates to search for a more distinct design. There's no denying that the Civil War originated from the Southern states' rights rooted in slavery. But there is not enough evidence to completely tie the origin of the flag to racism. Today, Southern whites hold the flag to a high degree of respect for their history and tradition. As the region of the country with the most impact due to the existence of slavery, it should not be surprising that Southerners feel both guilt and pride for what their ancestors have done. In recognizing and remembering this dark age of American history, the Confederate flag helps our society come to terms with it and learn to move forward together. Simply forgetting the entire chapter of American history not only erases the true atrocities committed by Southern whites, but also erases the lineage of African Americans and other Southern whites who pushed forward despite being oppressed. The matter of flying the Confederate flag today has grounds within our Constitution. The Constitution, by the First Amendment, guarantees freedom of speech to every U.S. citizen. When someone decides to fly the flag, they invoke that right. As explosive of an issue it is, nobody can deny citizens of their inalienable rights. The act of flying the flag itself cannot be considered illegal, but becomes associated with negativity through different contexts. Those opposing the flying of the Confederate flag cite white nationalism, KKK, and other racist syndicates as their evidence. These are examples of domestic terrorists who are seen waving the Confederate flag as their rallying symbol. Instances like these are portrayed everywhere by the media. People also associate the flag with the far-right and conservative groups in the political scene. Because of this, the general public is led to believe that the flag is always connected to these negative perceptions. Equating the flag to these people is not fair. It's easy to put two and two together in these situations, but for Southerners who want nothing to do with those groups and still want to fly their flags to signify their heritage, it's unwarrantedly difficult. Flying the flag is protected by the Constitution and does not always need to be associated with racism. I urge you to look beyond the surface of the Confederate flag's usage in modern society. I believe we as a society need to recognize each other's sensitivities while keeping true to our freedoms. Flying the flag, like with most things, is very contextual. If we were all able to have the patience to sit down and talk through the proper usages of the flag, we could find a more cohesive compromise for all sides of this debate. I believe there can be a compromise in this debate. A public survey conducted during a recent incident involving flying the flag in South Carolina showed that a middle ground in solving the problem does exist. In this case, both whites and blacks agreed down the middle that the best compromise would be to take down the flag and move it to a memorial, rather than flying it on the South Carolina Capitol building. I am calling on all of us, no matter what side of the debate, to be open to other arguments on the flag, to find and mend together a compromise that our nation needs and deserves. Thank you.